Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Do that every time. Every time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. 4 yards on the completion, and it's... It's up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
They'll run with Elliott, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to air. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
But right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talking about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go, let's get him!
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Run ball, run ball. Mike 48, Mike 48. Get the ball. Check 48 to the Mike. Well done. Bound to lose one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
No, sir!
All the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On second down, Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Wilson on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They keep on the ground with it. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 36, Prescott. And there's Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. 32 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Right there. 54 Mike.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
What we got? Zero. Go. Too little. 48 Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson steps away to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him.
Making it happy, Captain.
Touchdown save. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And they don't get it. They Tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 3rd down, and this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustment. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Prescott to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
This is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They go play action with Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body line.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. A big big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
Check 14, run it. Watch out.
They go play action now. Wilson. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for two late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.